Kathleen. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathleen Sforza. It's been an honor to work with everyone in the PCCLF. Today, we are here to present Pod Hope's and Pod Magenta's Beautiful Solutions proposal, picturing alternatives, equity, access, and well-being in Staten Island's transportation system. We have been meeting since September, getting to know one another, and working together to bring this proposal to you today. We have been on a journey of enlightenment. Our merger occurred when Pod Hope and Pod Magenta were brought together. We shared our personal experiences of inequity, discrimination, access, and the quality of the Staten Island public transportation system. Our conversations led to the following presentation. And now on to our proposal. Our first presenter will be Chris Marciano. Take it away, Chris.
Hi, good morning. I'm Chris Marcioni. I'm a white person with dark, wavy, shoulder-length hair, wearing glasses and a dark shirt with the word neurodiversity in red letters. On our journey, we discovered and discussed the ableist and racist history and current state of Staten Island transit, how ableism and racism were and continue to be embedded in this system from design to construction, from policy to policing. On the slide before you, with a dark background and white lettering, is the timeline of the transit system, beginning with the conception of a railway in 1836 on up to bus service being introduced in 1948. A few short years later, rail lines were shut down on the North Shore and South Beach districts. Despite community protests, an image on the slide shows the meeting notice from March 17, 1953. The rail lines were indeed shut down. Ableism and racism has shaped public transit, and it's riddled with inequities. And now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Deadrian Clark.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Deadrian. As our pod is focusing on the importance of transportation, our pod believes that lack of reliable and affordable transportation means that the communities are cut off from other communities, from various employment opportunities, and from important social services. Additionally, a large part of community development is transit development, and as such, communities lacking transit development tend to be underdeveloped. Over to Nisa and Courtney.
Thank you, Deadrian. Hi, everyone. My name is Nisa Perry. I'm from the Jewish Board, and I'm going to jump right in and just share a quick story of our personal experience. So nothing is more impactful to one's sense of belonging than feeling as their voice is not being heard. This was the experience of some of our clients at the Jewish Board during our office relocation. Many had shared their voices and expressed their concerns regarding the limited accessibility of public transportation to the new office location, creating yet another barrier to accessing mental health services for themselves and their children. Others shared the quality of service of the S46 line, ranging from the length of time it took to arrive to the destination from certain neighborhoods, to the fact that there is no bus shelter to protect them from the elements while waiting at the bus at the West Shore Plaza, or the fact that folks use shopping carts from Burlington as seats. As senior leadership was apprised of these concerns and looking for solutions, meetings were held with local stakeholders and officials to brainstorm a solution. What actions could be taken to show that we were listening? Realistically, we understood that adding bus lines or changing bus routes was something that would take time and infrastructure would need to be assessed. So we thought, well, adding a bus shelter should be the easiest solution and a small way to convey that we hear you and you matter. Unfortunately, this wasn't as easy a solution as thought. 4 years later, there is no change. The point of this example is to highlight how actions really do speak louder than words. It's asking that those who do have the power to make change look around, take a good look at the communities, and see how disparities are sending the message to folks about their worth, about their belonging on any part of Staten Island. And now I will pass it on to Courtney.
Good morning, my name is Courtney, and I'll actually be sharing a story that is my mother's. For many, taking public transportation is a means of getting to and from their desired destination. For some, it may be the only time they have to decompress from daily stressors. However, sometimes taking public transportation can provide to be an added stressor. Unfortunately, this is the case for my mother, on her birthday in 2015. If anyone is familiar with the S46 bus, you know how crowded it can be. My mother was commuting home and she was unable to locate her MetroCard when she boarded the bus. She proceeded to take a seat and look for her MetroCard to, one, not hold up the line, and second, to ensure that she would not have to stand. She was able to find her MetroCard and was waiting for a safe opportunity to pay her fare. However, she never got that chance. Before she could, she was approached by MTA police officers, and they asked her to exit the bus. She showed them her MetroCard and explained that she was waiting for a safe opportunity to pay. She was met with, "You had enough time to pay," and ordered off the bus. My mother complied and exited the bus. She was made to stand against a wall at the sanitation depot, an elderly woman with a cane. As they ran her name, one of the officers stated something like, "This is taking a long time." My mother responded, "Well, I've never been in trouble before." She called me because she was frightened, and I felt helpless in that moment. When everything was said and done, she was given a summons and was told that sometimes bad things happen to good people. There was not any compassion given or discretion used. I provide you with this example, but I know that this is one of many. I've seen with my own eyes people taken off the bus for being a quarter short of their fare or less. I've also noticed that the majority of the lines that are being affected by this are lines that service communities that may have a lower socioeconomic status. Now, maybe when we think of creating a more safe, equitable, and belonging on Staten Island, we may not think of transportation, but we definitely should. We should all want to get to the root of the problem and come up with holistic solutions. And with that, I believe I'm going to pass it to Lorianne.
Hi, everyone. This is Lorianne, and we have 1 minute, so I'll go through this really quickly. So our solution is Picturing a Way Forward, a Photovoice project. Photovoice is a participatory action research method that uses photography and group dialogue as a means for those for marginalized individuals and those whose voices often go unheard to deepen their understanding of community issue. The visual images and accompanying stories are the tools used to reach policy and decision makers. So in partnership with CSI and community members, our project would, first we would reach out to residents whose stories have not been told to understand the role of transportation in their everyday lives and the issues they live through when having to rely on the system daily. We ask participants, we begin with the question, what are your experiences of belonging within the Staten Island transit system? Our participants are also co-investigators of this question. We give them cameras and ask them to capture images that begin to answer this question. After taking these pictures, co-investigators then come together as a group to share pictures, stories, and explore the issues, select one picture each to create a caption, and then put these on display for the community. The benefits of this project are twofold. One, it offers a community space to process these experiences together and in a way that their voices are heard and their stories are told. And then the final production is a gallery of stories and local knowledge, which can be presented in a number of different formats. And just here are the next steps. I know we're out of time, but Nisha, if you just wanted to go quickly.
No problem. Hi, everyone. This is Nisha speaking. So as you can see from our previous slides where we focused on how the lack of transportation is a true social detriment to one's well-being overall. So in order to focus on this and to achieve our beautiful solution, we have to collaborate with different professions, MTA, locally, really everyone, in order to address the needs of the community and to address the needs of the people we serve, both at our respective agencies and for the constituents of local elected officials. Of course, by identifying interested community partners such as nonprofits and local officials. And we really, really hope to engage student participation in order to fuel the next wave of, social service workers, to engage them in the community and to recognize the need.